Nigeria's unemployment figure is placed at over 40 million people, which is more than the entire population of Ghana and Togo put together. This, together with rising inflation, currency devaluation, and many other factors, have brought about chronic poverty, especially within the lower and middle-class population. This is a ticking time bomb that needs to be addressed urgently. SMEs in Nigeria employ 84% of the entire working population in Nigeria, but their greatest challenge is accessing bank facility to scale. They often turn to microfinance banks for loans because of the easy processes and fast turnaround time. By implication, MFBs power the businesses that power the Nigerian economy, but then these MFBs also have their own challenges.
The Microfinance Development Company Limited was set up as an initiative of NAMP and 37 other MFBs that came together as shareholders to set up this special purpose vehicle and provide solutions for some of the issues and the challenges we have in our sector, which we see as opportunities. Essentially, our sector has several challenges which are not enabling us to achieve our potential. The issues that we have in the sector regards governance, liquidity, as well as the adoption of technology to drive processes. We set up in October 2019. A major part of last year was lost due to COVID, as everyone knows. But that COVID situation in terms of lockdown presented an opportunity in terms of being able to test our thesis in terms of how to use technology to drive the micro business and to scale it up. So during that period, some of the products that we're bringing to market, we scaled them up and took it a bit aggressive on them, and gave us the opportunity to also test them in real time in the field, because everybody's on lockdown, and being able to work remotely and connect remotely was something that we had to bear in mind, and we were able to achieve so successfully.
For the microfinance industry to fully unlock its potentials in the 21st century, it needs to leverage technology to solve some perennial problems. To achieve this, it has to strategically partner with tech companies that can bring the entire industry into the future.
So in that period, we've been able to achieve several things. One of them was working with a commercial bank, Stanbic, to be able to provide online facility to our members. Be able to put together a package for MFBs that want to access on lending in the country. In terms of the digital lending, we worked in collaboration with a digital lending company, Mdcl. We put together a collaboration arrangement whereby they built a platform that enabled our members to be able to lend to 3,000 naira, 50,000 naira using digital platform, and that project has kicked off and is doing quite well. We took time working with Infoware, a leader in developing trading platforms, to build the inter-member liquidity placement platform for our members, which is what we're launching today. That will enable our members be able to place liquidity among themselves.
With the introduction of inter-member liquidity placement platform and digital lending for microloans, the microfinance industry is fully positioned for its next stage of growth. Welcome to the 21st century. Welcome to the future of banking.
Inter-member liquidity placement platform was set up to address a specific issue of liquidity gaps within the industry. So you have situations where you have an MFB in Lagos, in VI, has some liquidity in his books, but he's just sitting there in the bank earning 1% in call. Meanwhile, another MFB in Ogun State needs short-term liquidity for 3, 4, 5 days to be able to meet some of his short-term obligations, but he's having to approach a bank, right, to be able to take that short-term facility off the back of his T-bills. Now, that negotiation process can take days. Meanwhile, those are spot of the moment issues that need to be resolved. So what this platform does is that it brings together people on the deficit side, on the surplus side, to be able to come into a common platform and offer their liquidity for others to be able to take and price it appropriately. So it's done in a transparent manner. And that way, we're going to enable the industry achieve optimality in terms of treasury management, because that's what we think we should be as financial institutions. We have to be able to optimally manage our treasury, the treasury in our books, and we believe that this product enables us to be able to achieve that objective, because the more efficient an MAB is with regards to some of those challenges, the better it is, the management is able to achieve the long-term objectives of running a sustainable business model. And that's why we are excited about that product, and we're launching it today, and we know it will do well. Micro lending platform, it's a digital-driven platform. The cost of administering microloans, some of that cost is fixed, right? And some of it, obviously, it varies. But the cost of administering a loan of 1,000 naira may exceed the value of the loan, right? So if typically the cost of administering micro loans ranges from hiring the appropriate staff, going to the field, doing collections, under the group lending structure, and etc. It's very cost inefficient, for want of a better word, for an MAB to be able to run that model to scale, because you require to deploy significant amounts of resources in hiring people, and those people have to be on the field on a day-to-day basis, and you also have to monitor what is going on. What we are saying is that we've developed a platform that enables those same MABs to be able to still fulfill their social responsibility of providing microloans to the public in a digital manner, on a digital platform. So it's a complex platform that uses algorithms and AI to be able to track people's spending patterns and gather data on where those customers are, and give them loans of 5,000, 3,000, 20,000, 50,000 naira to be able to meet their daily needs in the markets, in the household, or wherever. And it's more efficient because it's technology driven. So it's technology driven, it does not go on leave, it doesn't sleep, it just works efficiently. And what that means is that we're giving our banks the opportunity to have a hybrid, where on one hand you're able to deploy your human personnel to enter the market and do the traditional model. On the other hand, you're preparing yourself for the present and the future by adopting a digital approach to these things. And what that means is that using a digital approach, a microfinance bank in Anambra State can positively affect a household living in Lagos, because the digital community is universal, okay? And that expands your reach and your ability to impact positively on the household and by extension the economy. We believe that the way to go, given where the economy is gravitating towards is to adopt technology. And that digitization is something that all MABs have to internalize. The traditional model, yes, it still works, makes sense, but it may not necessarily lead to a more efficiently run organization. But to be able to achieve an optimal digital strategy for an MAB is quite costly. It costs a lot of money, and some MABs cannot carry that burden alone. What MDC is doing under our shared services initiative is to be able to develop those platforms for digital lending, like we've done for intermember liquidity placement platform like we're launching today, and other ones going forward that we're going to develop, so that as an MAB we are able to defer some of those costs and key into the platform and still achieve your objective of building your own digital ecosystem and enabling the MABs to be able to serve customers better within their communities and achieve their mandate of bringing about financial inclusion within the larger society.